Hello everyone, welcome to Mobility Academy from the Flexibility Guy, Coach Ilio. In today's video we're going to see two excellent strategies you can use in a lunge to improve your hip flexors stretch. A lunge is such a beautiful position to stretch your hip flexors and your hip extensors, and there are two strategies that might help you find a deeper stretch on your hip flexors. But before I start, let me ask you to subscribe to the channel and turn on the notifications so you'll never miss one of my next videos. With that said, let's start. So all you need to apply these two strategies is a loop band, a slider, a yoga block, and a weight. Okay, now the first strategy we're going to see is the strategy where we use a weight to increase the stretch on our hip flexors, so the IlioPsoas and the quad during a lunge position. Okay, now you basically start in a lunge. Now I prefer to put a yoga block here on the slider just to stay more comfortable in the stretching position. Okay, now from here you slide in the position with your back leg here. Okay, perfect. And you remain here with one leg in front of you, one leg back with the back foot flexed like this. Okay, now what you want to do here is to raise your trunk up like this. Okay, and you grab the weight. So you do this and you do this. In this way you're pushing with your entire body weight and the weight your hips down. This will increase the stretch on your hip flexors a lot, really a lot, and you can adjust the intensity of the stretch, so like how you feel the stretch, how strong you feel the stretch, by using more or less weight. Of course, if, like for example here I'm using 4 kilos. Okay, so if you feel that 4 kilos are too much for you, you don't feel the correct sensation of stretch during this position, then you might use something less. So for example 2 kilos. Vice versa, if you feel that you need more to push those hips down, then you can use like 6 kilos. Okay, the aim here is to relax this knee and this hip, allowing them to come like closer to the floor, towards your front heel. Now what's the position of my front shin bone here? My front shin bone is perpendicular to the floor at all times during the stretch. Okay, so I want to keep my front shin bone perpendicular to the floor. I relax my back knee and my hips and I just drive them down, stretching my hip flexors. Okay, I suggest remaining here 30 seconds. Okay, and after 30 seconds you can put the weight down and repeat, like rest like 5 to 10 seconds and repeat for 2 to 3 times. Okay, so for example I go here, I stay here 30 seconds, I try to relax to find my range of motion, and then after 30 seconds I just put it down, I relax 5 to 10 seconds, and then again I come back up, I relax, I push down, I remain here 30 seconds, and then again and again and again for 3 to 5 times. Okay, so this is the first strategy where you use a weight to increase the stretching sensation on your hip flexors. Okay, now we're going to see the second one where you need a band. Okay. Now what you want to do here is to start in a basic lunge. So I just start here. Make sure that your front shin bone is perpendicular to the floor. Okay, now you can use also a block under this end to have a nice balance in the position. Now once you are comfortable here, you bend the leg, but this doesn't mean that you lose like the connection with your hip, because a lot of people do something like this. They bend the leg, but they come up with the hip, something like this. Now, as you can see, there's a lot of difference between this and this. Can you see the difference? From this one to this one. So here, yeah, here I'm bending my leg a lot, but I don't have the hip extension, which is far more important than the knee flexion, okay? So I want to first go into hip extension, and then as I am at the hip extension, I move the back knee in the stretch, okay? It doesn't matter how far can you go into the knee flexion. The most important thing is that you hold the hip extension in the correct place, and then you bring your back knee in flexion, like following your level of flexibility, okay? Don't force that. So these are the two main strategies I want to show you to improve the sensation of stretch on your hip flexors during a lunge position. Now, a lunge is really easy to perform, okay? So you just start in a lunge and you follow your level of flexibility. In the variation with the weight, you can adjust the weight. You can start from 2 kilos and then build up from there. And in the variation with the loop band, you just start wherever you feel comfortable. And you can also use a partner to move your back foot in the position, okay? Or if you don't have a loop band, you can use a strap as well. Just find whatever you want to, like pull. Also a towel, for example, to pull your back foot towards your glutes, okay? And in both variations, the most important thing is that you feel the correct sensation of stretch on your hip flexors, which are the muscles here in the front part of your back leg, okay? Front shin bone always perpendicular to the floor, okay? So with that said, if you enjoyed the content, please hit the like button or leave me a comment if you have any further questions. That's all from the Flexibility Guy, Coach Elia. Have a nice stretch and see you in the next video.